Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 24 of the Foster Child Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And the rules and the link for the Foster Child Challenge are down in the description below, as well as my tweaks for it, which is that I'm doing only 20 kids to raise to young adult versus the 50 in the original challenge, or until my caregivers are aging up from young adult to adult, because I am playing on a long lifespan. And but I have specific goals that each child has to meet at the different ages before they can age up to the next one, and those goals are down below too. At the end of the last one, we had a birthday party. That part might have been long. Hopefully I edited it out a little bit. I haven't done the editing yet because I am pre-recording this, but they are still in our house. I want to just check a couple of things since we ran out of time, but what I thought was interesting is that even though the kids in the house were not actually siblings, because they're raised in the house together, they come up as being a sibling. So like say with Diego and any of the ones where they don't have a really good relationship, it's a childhood buds from neutral relationship from an ally sibling. Same with Shahir, so that's not really like, and Diego is a better friend than Shahir. I don't think they had much to do with poor little Shahir. But Kara is super siblings. And I'm curious what happens here. Mummy Dearest from Best Discipline, Best Relationship, and Little Discipline. Okay. And Daddy Dearest, same thing. Guess they kind of raised themselves. I did all the raising of them. They're not actually parents either, so I'm not really sure. They did actually help them. They taught them manners and whatnot, because of course the nannies and stuff couldn't do that. So that was just one thing I want to look at. They did all get the 5 positive values. I did check Annie. I figured she did because she should have, because she had them all. And they all have some frogs in their inventories. Let me make sure they don't have anything they shouldn't have in their inventory that I don't want them to be taking with them. He collected all of that, and honestly, he can go out in the world with the plants and stuff that he collected. And Diego, I don't know, I had the ability to breed the frogs, so I figured I may as well breed them for them. He has a few things in his inventory because he was collecting, of course, and harvesting plants, because I thought that he wasn't going to be able to, complete the 2 tiers of his aspiration. Now, one thing that did happen is that either Karasu or Beatrice, one of them went and asked one of the other teens who just aged up for some parental advice, which is always dangerous because they have no parenting skill. And so I got a pop-up. I didn't know what the answers were. I had no choice. I just had to accept it no matter what. So I think it was Karasu lost manners as a result of that. So she's been working on that. She had been in a position, because I'd had her working on emotional control, that she would have been able to age up. I think this is just actually positive. I think she is in the range. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like it's right on the line. So, of course, that one's a little bit harder. And there's nobody. I looked around and there was no one in the neighborhood for her to introduce, to do friendly or polite or cheerful introduction, depending on what level her charisma is. Yeah, she's not quite. You need to be 4 to do one of those introductions, the cheerful introduction. And Nicholas is just home from work. There's those beans. Welcome wagon. That is something that happens when adults and kids or whatever, any Sims, come home from work or school. I just had heard. I noticed that. I didn't realize. It's not supposed to. It is a bug, but it's not a bad bug. There's worse bugs. Nothing happens. So I have Beatrice going off for a jog. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Managed Worlds, and I'm going to move the 3 adults or young adults out, the new young adults. So our first 3 are aged up and about to leave, and I will be back once they're gone. So I had asked whether we should try and adopt, so that both Lacey and hopefully Nicholas can get this too, since they're married, can do the super parent aspiration. So to begin with, of course it won't tell me, but I'm going to try going here and saying, because we can do it on the phone too. I don't actually do it very often, to be honest. It must be under household. Adopt. There we go. We're going to adopt, almost went to dog, adopt a child. I will adopt a baby is what I'm going to do. So I think that's what I said. And we're going to keep a baby for 2 sim days and then go into the toddler stage. So I just don't know whether to adopt have each of them adopt one child, because I'm not sure. So are you need to come draw, because neither of your pictures, and you can resume that one. Why don't you do that? And what's this? You want to meet someone new. That's fine. I just want to see what's available for these babies. I think when you do the randomization, it tells you whether to do a boy or a girl. So I will be back once I've figured that out. So I got a male child is what I got. So I'm going to guess that. I'm thinking that Parker, River, and Oliver are all boy names. I don't. And Tina's a girl's name. But I'm going to go for Oliver because I think that's more guaranteed to be a boy's name. So let's see what we get. And I'm just out of curiosity, I think the thing with this is that with the family aspiration, let me look here. See, that's that one. And successful lineage, you got to socialize with your child for 10 times, which it has been picking some random socialization with the kids, which is not all of them. So I don't really understand when it works and when it doesn't work. So I'm just going to see. I had Karasu, I had them both all kind of go off and do things because I was really concerned with the new young adults who had no no parenting skill, and we're really throwing a wrench into things with, especially with the teens, because they were so close. I didn't want them to break their things that they already had. It was kind of annoying, to be quite honest. So let's see. Friendly. I'm trying to look for like the polite interactions. Complimenting outfit is considered to be polite, just because like her manners are just there. Because really, I think we can age her up in the like when we next have an age up. Oh, Lacey Pruitt is bringing home a new... Now, what we'll tell is actually she's not there yet. So maybe we'll have to wait for the baby to come home. And then we should be able... So, Oliver Pruitt. We'll leave Oliver. I don't mind that. It's a cute little name. So there's our Oliver. And we got to find where Oliver is in the house, so she can take family leave. Where did they put Oliver? Oh, there he is. I was just about to click. Oh, I can't do anything with Oliver right now. I don't think we can actually go see Oliver because he's like facing the wrong way for us to go do anything with him. Hopefully we go out of the build by, hopefully this all finishes soon. Because she can't go say hello because, yeah, the only way she could do it is if I teleported her there. I don't imagine she can write it. Can she? Oh, she can. Oh my goodness. She could walk around that. That's one thing I really like about Sims 4 is that they do have the ability to walk around things a lot better than they did in previous versions. The routing is a lot better. So she's saying hello. So we are going to do some more cuddling. And we're going to bottle feed. We could do super efficient baby care. Oh, and it looks like it's both of their kids. Oh, look at that. I'm so happy about that. So they both have a child as a result of that. So that's good. Of course, we can't actually have this child within her because he needs to make it to a child, really, before we can do that. And then grow up to a young adult to actually complete the aspiration. But at least we're on our way. That's a really good thing. And then we can actually help a child with homework and have a child earn an A in high school. So I'm so much happier with being able to... It's so nice to be able to do that particular aspiration. But I really was wanting to do the the parent one because I was curious if that will help them teach the kids that follow those the manners and the conflict resolution, because once they get those. But of course we're a little while off because right now we have a baby and nothing else. So I'm going to make them have another full house because I think I have a set of twins that were given to me to use. So I'm going to add them to the house, but they're toddlers. And so I'm going to go out. So this is really changing of the guard. We're changing of the kids episode mostly. So I'll be back again when I go take a look and grab the set of, I believe it was twins that were provided to me. So I'll be back. So here's our new little toddlers. They were provided to me by my friend. Bunny Bear 803 is her origin ID. And let's take a look. They are orphans. That was per her description. So this is Scarlett Herrera, and she's going into the ball pit. And let's just check. I just put them in the house. Wild. And Sean Herrera, and they're, like I said, they're twins, and he is a charmer. So he came right here to the little dollhouse to play with, and she came right over there. He seems to have picked up level 1, so essentially it's at the bottom of all of them. What about, and she's just on movement, but neither of them have really gotten anywhere. So I see that Scarlett is hungry, which I should remember because her hair is red, so that's very appropriate. They both are a little bit hungry, I have to say. So I think they need to come and grab something to eat. Are you going to look after the baby? Is he not hungry, or you're feeding him? That's what he needed. I think I had said for her to feed the baby, but I think what happened was I went out and oh, but when they moved in, they took a lot of money. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to pause again. I'm going to take the 20,000 that they added away, but I'm also, did they take 20,000? Did they add 20? I think I'm going to have to go back and look and see what my money was before, because I didn't think we were at 78. We might have been, because they had been gathering up a lot of money. So actually, I think they were, because I think they were at 79,000 and they took 1,000 to pay for the adoption, so that put them down to the 78, and now 20,000 got added. So I'm going to take 20,000 away, but not only that, I'm going to do early in advance the payment to pay off the rest of the house, because remember how I don't know if you remember, but part of my goal was for them to pay off their house, and so they've been gradually getting a lot of money and paying their bills and paying a partial payment towards the rest of their mortgage on the house. And at this point in time, they had about 65,000, I think, left. But that means they have to pay 70,000, because it's been a minimum 5,000 they have to pay every week. But then again, the problem with doing that is their bills are going to come tomorrow, but not tomorrow, on Monday. But before I also do that, she does have a lot, or it doesn't really matter. She has a lot of frogs in her inventory. Does our Lacey, so we can sell that, and then we will be in a position, because what I'd like to do is get some more computers and stuff, because I'm finding it a bit of a struggle with all these Sims to only have 2 computers. But I was not putting a lot of money into the house or extra upgrades until they had actually paid it off, unless it was something really, really essential. So once they got the house paid off, then any money they earn at that point is just for them and for things for, you know, the kids they're bringing in and all that fun stuff. So I will be back again. So it turned out that what they actually owed was 60,468 plus another 5,000 for the regular payment. So it was 65,000 and change, and not the 70,000 I thought. So they have 13,329 simoleons left. I am going to take out 2 of these frogs. I did give some frogs, as I had mentioned, to the Sims. I was going to send the kids they raised, I was going to send them each with an instrument too, but, you know, I really wanted to get them out of the house. I would have had enough money, but it is what it is. They got frogs, they got lots, they got all the skills, they even have some cooking, and honestly, I put them in a house. I put them in Crick Cabana in Willow Creek, so I guess they kind of got some money. We'll say that. That was not from our family. The government just gave them a little bit of money to get out on their own, so which would be nice in real life, but that's just the way it is in Sims. So I had just bred the frog, so we're hitting play, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab out of the fridge. So he's got some, so we're going to grab out some taco casserole. We'll put that over here. Are they, well, okay, is Oliver dirty? I see anger. Yep, change dirty diaper. Forget the other. You could do what you're doing, but we're not going to do anything else. Now the question is, does she have anything other than garlic? Nope. Does he have? He has some mushrooms, so we're going to put those in Scarlett's inventory. Does anyone else have anything? We have some more mushrooms. We're gonna go put those in Sean's inventory. So Scarlett, you're gonna have a mushroom. You're both gonna have a mushroom to tide you over quickly a little bit until you're not so bad, and then you're gonna come over here. Did you break the dollhouse? Silly thing. That's really, really silly. So come eat another mushroom, and then you can come grab a serving. And you can grab a mushroom and grab a serving yourself. And you want to... Oh, you didn't break the dollhouse. Why are you sad then? Oh, from playing with the dollhouse, not from breaking the dollhouse. Okay. I have seen that before. It isn't something I see very commonly. He wants to be friendly with Lacey and play with the toy and talk to a stuffed animal. So they're all on their way over to grab some food. And maybe when you go do that, you can come sit here. And we're not really as much of a rush to get the computers right now because we don't have very many people in the house. And you want to play with dolls. You're not going to splash in the toilet. Sorry to just... And you want to play with the toy. Where are you going? You're not eating. Here, I'll put that in your inventory. I don't know where you're going because you got to go this way to get to the couch. And where's your food? Okay, so much for that concept. Okay. Maybe his food is actually he's going to eat it. Oh, Beatrice goes to work, right? And she needs to... Actually, they probably both go to work, don't they? They do. What are their needs like? Let's come... Where are you guys? You're going to come over here and rally the troops. And then you're going to take, I hope, a shower because they keep taking baths on me. And so I was wondering about that sibling thing because I had MCC in my game and now it's out, and I took it out before the last week's patch, and I had some teens age up to young adult, and I thought maybe it possibly was an MCC thing, but it totally isn't. It seems to be the actual game. It was a little bit strange in that case because I had two teens that were, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, and they were like soulmates. I think they'd reached that point, and yet they were also super sims or whatever, which was a little bit strange, I have to say, because they weren't really. They were not related at all. Just like these kids aren't related. They're just all, I mean, of course, both Scarlett and Sean are related to each other, but no one else is related to each other, because if you look at their here, no, I'm on the wrong sim. They should be related because I said they were twins. Yep, they're twins. Yay. So that did. Okay, you laughed and I want you to put the TV on. We're gonna watch between TV. Oh, and you need to go have a shower. You can do that after. But so we have a full house again. I don't know for how long because of course Beatrice and Karasu are about to go to work. Her manners, because she got that hip, but her emotional control's not there. But she needs to get the level 3 because otherwise she doesn't meet the goals of the house. It'd kind of be a drag to have to wait a whole other week with her. I don't mind her hanging around working on her emotional control, but I really would prefer her not to have to wait a week to work again. I took a bit of a gamble putting her in the landscaper career because it is very likely that they usually get a promotion on that one just because, but not guaranteed obviously, but they are pretty close, so hopefully that will cut it and they'll actually get it. So Sean, you know what, you need to go potty. You need to get some potty training going on. So what I want you to do is watch the TV, because that was actually the main reason I had him come back, was to do that. But I think this might be slightly shorter than normal, but I have a cat scratching at the door, so I think I need to go tend to her. And I think we're going to leave it here. Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much.